I'm Lizane Davis. I play wing and fullback. And I think how I came to the Ikey Tigers, I think it was probably a given. I mean, coming from a school such as Warmer, we always sort of have a close relationship with UCT. So I think watching them play on a Monday, obviously from Craig getting free tickets to come watch them play on a Monday, I think that just made it as easy as it can get. Oh, I think that's probably the person who changed my life. I think from under 15 playing in the elite squad with Western Province, I went to a small school in Kuilsriver called Western Cape Sports School. We played trials there, and then eventually one night I just got a random message from this guy, and then he asked me if I wanted to finish my schooling at Warmer Boys, and I think for me that was probably a no-brainer coming from a small town such as Makassar, where things aren't always necessarily very fortunate for us. So yeah, if you had to ask me what Craig did for me, I'd probably say he probably changed my life completely. I think that's for me, that's always been a big thing, you know, because I'm a strong believer in God has a purpose for everyone. So I think for me, probably trying to be a role model for kids that grew up the same way that I did, for them to see that there's someone that's actually doing it, and for me to actually be the guy that they can look to and say that, look, this is actually possible, you know. So for me, that's being an Ikey Tiger, being here, being on the front line to show kids who grew up the way I did, is probably one of the biggest things for me. I think it's always great to finish off a tough, you know, grueling session on the mile, bang day, you know, hitting each other and getting into my laser fit, you know, nice and comfy, breathable. I think it's always great to finish off the session jumping in the laser fit. Trophy day. So I think that's probably one of our toughest days, and I think for me to win the saw on that day was massive. So what happens on trophy day is we start at 8 a.m. in the gym, and obviously we trained at HPC in Belleville, so we had to wake up around 5 o'clock to get there on time. So we start 8 a.m. in the gym, then we have a meeting after the gym, and then split, the back split, and then we have lunch, and then after that we have another field session, which all consists of about an hour and a half. So pretty long day, pretty tough, especially with the lunch in there, which make the stomach a bit heavy. But yeah, for me that was winning the saw on trophy. That was probably very massive for me. I think for me, like throughout my whole career, when I speak to people about, or when people talk to me about my game, they usually bring up the word X factor. And I think I've taken that into account in everything I do. So whether it's talking on the field, beating defenders, and obviously for me, tearing my hamstring in 2019, that part of my game obviously took a bit of a knock. So right now it's just getting back into it, and so yeah, basically just putting speed on the ball, talking around, making other guys around me confident. For me, I think I took that game quite a bit personal, because I know for me, in order to strive in whatever I do, I needed to be confident. So probably a bit arrogant from me, but the night before, I probably watched like 1,000 hours of videos of my old games, just to like start believing in myself again. And so that's where the confidence started. As soon as I stepped on the field, I don't know what, like something just clicked in me, and I just felt like my old self again. And like I felt like my confidence was there, coaches believed in me, so I just told myself that I need to go today. And yeah, and afterwards, like obviously listening to the coaches and what they said to me, it was evident that I had a good game, so I felt pretty good and confident in myself, and I think that's helped my confidence a lot even after the Oxford game. So yeah, like I said earlier, for me, confidence is a big thing in my life. So regardless of whether it is on the rugby field or whether it's, so for me, both like academics and rugby ties in a lot for me, because if I'm not, well, it's probably not a good thing to say, but for me, rugby is like probably one of the most important things in my life. So if I'm doing well on the rugby field, it's going to translate into the other things that I'm doing in my life. So if I'm confident on the rugby field, my life outside of rugby is going to be much more easy to navigate through. Yeah, definitely. I think for me, it's probably obviously because I'm away from home, so I was probably just regrouping, getting on my phone, speaking to my mom, speaking to my family. Also want to mention my girlfriend, just her keeping me on the right path. Yeah, so I think for me that's just connecting with my family, friends, and the people that's most important to me.
Good training yesterday, and also we just felt like a real improvement over the last couple of weeks in his work and his skill and all that stuff. So Lasagna, well done, baby. Come on! Come on! Yes, man. Have you got any words to start with that?
I just want to say, no, it might be hard now, but one day we'll be over. Let's go!
Malcolm Klein!
Proper! Keep that elbow up! Keep it up!
Ready to go and jump in. Ding dong, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. Ding dong, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. Ding dong, 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 ding dong.